Let's talk about some things that are happening in America today. Let's, as Americans, start really looking at what's going on with our country post the election. So, Donald Trump won. He won the electoral vote. He won it by a landslide. It wasn't even close. Before the election, if you remember, Clinton and all the liberal media were talking about, will he accept it gracefully? Will he bring the country together? Will he not riot and cause all these problems? Yet, out in the streets all day long, you see these paid rioters. Yeah, they're paid. You see these paid rioters destroying millions of dollars worth of property to business owners that have to make a living, put food on their table, roof over their head for their families. You see them beating up on Trump supporters. You see it happening all over the place. America has to come together. We have to, as a country, start to heal the divide. This was an epic election. It was good against evil. The evil was Hillary Clinton and her corruption, which we saw uncovered by some brave heroes. The heroes over at WikiLeaks, the hackers, the hacker community. They came to the aid of America. The good was a man that wasn't perfect, who put up his own money to help take back America from the corruption that it was under. And believe me, there was a ton of corruption that went all the way to the White House. Now, last night we saw the cast and crew from Hamilton at the end of the play take time to politically berate Mike Pence. You know, everyone has an opinion on politics, and that's fine. But at the very least, we should have a common level of respect and decency for each other. If Mike Pence is in your theater and you're an actor, treat him like he's a good customer. Treat him like somebody that bought a ticket to your play to help support your life. Don't treat him on the way out the door as someone that you want to yell your political beliefs at. Mike Pence is the vice president of this country. He probably works 60 to 70 hours a week. When he's out with his family, that's his time away from everything. He's allowed as a human being to have the basic respect a human being deserves. To try and pull that political stunt and to let the media act like it's no big deal is unacceptable. We're better as a country. We're better than that. It doesn't matter if you're a liberal. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican. It doesn't matter what your political stance is. When people are out with their family, give them that common courtesy and respect. You know, if you're a celebrity and you supported Clinton and I was your waiter at a dinner table, and at the end of your meal, I sat there and announced to the entire restaurant, LeBron James supported a criminal, the most corrupt human being in presidential history. And I went on and on and on and on, berating you for your political support of Hillary Clinton. People would be like, oh my God, LeBron James is out with his family. Give him some space. But here you've got Mike Pence out with his family. And the liberal media is all over him saying, oh, well, he should expect that. No, we as Americans should expect better of ourselves. We as Americans should stand up for common decency, respect for the office that people hold. Give Trump and Pence the respect they deserve. They won the election. It was a hard-fought election. They were against all the odds. They had to fight Clinton. They had to fight the corrupt media. And then they had to earn the votes of the American people. That's pretty hard to do. But they did it by working hard. They rolled up their sleeves. They did 88 rallies over the last 30 days where Clinton sat at home and did 7. That's called good old-fashioned hustle, American hustle. And that's what they've promised this country, to get the country back up again and hustling. Brings me to my prop for the day today. I want to give a great shout out to the people at New Balance. They make a great shoe. Now, this is a flip-flop, and it's got amazing arch support, and it's really a good flip-flop. It's great. Now, I bought this not because I need another pair of flip-flops, because believe me, I've got my fair share of flip-flops, but because New Balance as a company is a great American company. They make their products in the United States, where their competitors make it in places where they can pay people 10, 20 cents an hour to make product. Not only do they make their product in the United States, they employ Americans, and they give them a good wage and a good fair income and great benefits. This company is known for its product being excellent. And when I saw people burning them because they stepped up and congratulated Trump and wished that he has a great 4 years, all the liberal media, all the liberal crybabies out there started destroying New Balance shoes and attacking an American company. Are you out of your mind? The people that work for that company are affected by your actions. So this holiday season, I implore everybody, go out and buy a pair of New Balance shoes. Buy them as a gift, buy them as a pair for yourself. Do something, but this company is a great company. And we as Americans really have to look for companies in America that stand for something more than other companies do. New Balance stands for more than just profits, and I want them to be super profitable. But they have literally withstood the stand of time. Where other companies have outsourced their product manufacturing, they kept it in America. And that was a hard decision. That was a costly decision to make. Under no circumstances should any American ever burn a pair of New Balance shoes. We should never boycott this company. We should go out of our way to support them. They're a great company, and they deserve our support. So this holiday season, buy one of their gift cards, buy one of their shoes for yourself, buy one as a gift, but I implore you, go out and check them out. New Balance is a great shoe. It's a great company. They deserve America's support now more than ever. For them to step up and support our new president, and the fact that they were happy to see TPP, which was a horrible trade deal, immediately crushed. That was one of the biggest benefits to America of bringing Trump into office. Here you had Clinton trying to sign off on TPP, calling it the gold standard, basically the engineer of that garbage trade agreement. And then you had Trump, who saw it for what it was, utter horseshit. We were going to get fucked as a country for the next 10 years had we signed that agreement. He hasn't even been in office yet, and he's already done amazing things for this country. And the fact that New Balance commended him on that one act has Americans boycotting their product. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. That's a great company. They do things that are amazing for this country. They employ a great team of people. So I would tell you all, go check out New Balance. Buy a pair for the holidays. It is a great company. It is a great product. This brings me to my buddy Mark Cuban. Cubes, I hope you're watching this. I saw your blog post today in Blog Maverick. And I got to admit, you really, really, really put a lot of time into that blog post. 63 reasons why the mainstream media got Donald Trump elected. Now, I don't need to spend all that time and all that research writing a massive blog post to respond to you. But the one glaring thing that you seem to ignore is that Clinton was a bad candidate. That America looked at her as being corrupt, which she was, and all the excuses you made for her just never made sense. So you can blame the mainstream media for whatever you want to blame them for. But the mainstream media did everything they could to help her get into office. The mainstream media were her biggest supporters. They took every shot under the sun at Trump. But the American people were smarter than that. They rose up to the occasion. They saw through the bullshit. They saw a candidate that was a liar. She just lied right to the computer screen. She lied right to the television. She lied over and over and over and over again. You couldn't make enough excuses for all the lies she told. She lied to Congress. She lied to her staff. She lied to the American people. She just lied whenever she could. And after a while, parents of children realized, this woman is a liar. I can't risk my children's future in the hands of somebody that's corrupt and will sell out America for the next donation to the Clinton Foundation. So when you come up that 63-point list on your blog on how mainstream media put Donald Trump into office, you missed out on one main reason. Clinton was a bad candidate. America saw her for being a bad POTUS, a bad Secretary of State, a bad person, a bad human being, a bad Christian, a bad Secretary of State, a bad politician, a bad charitable fundraiser. They saw her as a liar, as a corrupt criminal that hadn't been charged, that was above the law. Whether you were black, white, female, or male, it made no difference who you were. Clinton was a bad candidate. Now, I don't have to give you 63 reasons why she was a bad candidate. Overall, America spoke loudly and said, this woman is just bad for America. That in her history, in her track record, she has done very little or nothing to help this country. She has sold us out piece by piece by piece, and she has turned her back on Americans when they needed her most. America didn't vote against Clinton. They voted for good over evil. Trump represented the good in America. Clinton represented the bad, the evil. Trump represented the Jedi, the Force. Clinton represented the evil, the Darth Vaders, the Darth Clintons, the dark side. So I love you, Mark. I know you were totally committed to her. I know you invested a lot of time and money. And at the end of the day, you put your reputation on the line. And we all make mistakes. And that's what we've got to do as a country, is get past the mistake. Doesn't matter who you voted for. It doesn't matter who I voted for. Right now, America has one leader, one commander-in-chief. And for the next 4 years, we've got to fix the problems that have been created over the last 8 years. And we have to do that as a united country, as a United States of America. And it's sad to say, we're not united these days. And we're divided by the media. The media keeps trying to create division because that creates content, that creates clicks, that creates ad revenue, that creates eyeballs. And that's the problem. The media is really the problem. And you were right. They were the cause of this entire drama election. They made a lot of bullshit that didn't have to happen. They focused on the non-stories instead of the policies. And America had very little to go on when it came to vote. In fact, at the very end of it all, America looked at one candidate as being evil and one candidate being good. Trump represented good, Clinton represented evil. I have massive respect for you, Mark. You stood with her to the very end. You did everything you could to get her in office. God, I hope you didn't try to get her into bed. And the drinking binge that she went on after losing, it just showed that she was not a strong individual. If you look at her face, she clearly went on either a massive drinking binge or a drug binge after the fact. But after losing that election, her face showed some amazing wear and tear for just 1 week. If that's the kind of leadership she brought to the table, presidency was not in her future. She would have never made it through the tough times. You look at Trump. He got beat up every single day, and he got stronger because of it. That's a sign of a leader. That's a sign of a guy that can go through the worst of it and still stand tall and still stand strong. That's the guy I want to lead my basketball team to the NBA championships. So you've got the next 4 years to plan your presidential campaign run. I, for one, think you'd make an excellent candidate. I think that you represent a lot of good qualities, and you've learned a lot from this election run, as we all have. But as a country right now, leaders like yourself have to step up and unite America. Bring America in a direction where we try to improve this country's economy, relations, trade deals, security, border patrol, all the things that we know that we have to address as a country. And to be honest with you, we're not going to get all of those covered in 4 years, but we have to try and address the economic deficit that this country's in. And we have a guy at the helm that understands how to deal with debt. So at the very least, we've got the right guy to try and deal with the 22 or $23 trillion worth of debt that this country is facing. So, those are my thoughts for today. It is Saturday, November 19th. I think it's Saturday, November 19th. Yes, it is. I would implore everyone, share this video, subscribe down below, and if you think about it, give me some comments. I'll read your comments and give you answers on the air and on here on the YouTube channel. You can follow me on Twitter, listen to me rant about the Chicago Blackhawks, politics, poker, technology, cryptocurrency. At the end of the day, my hat's off to everyone out there. No matter who you voted for, you're an American at the end of the day. And we have to unite this country. We have to become a United States of America. Peace to all those that watched. Peace to all those that served. Have a great, happy Thanksgiving this week. Don't eat too much. Peace out.